nowadays many students are hankering after education, even a good source of education, because they have understood the importance of education in their lives. They want wealth and fame in their future, and that's why they are longing for education, because in earlier times many students used not to focus on their education, and if the society needs such a fascinating way of education, so online education have come into the existence, and online has come into existence, and and owing to online education, many students are pursuing a very explicable knowledge that they can also teach the concept to the others, because the online education is not only fascinating but very understandable for the students, because understandable for the students, because those teachers who teach on the online platforms are
those
who teach on the online platforms are very knowledgeable or dexterous in their teaching style, and they have a good sort of experience in the field of teaching, and by seeking education from such sort of teachers, students are becoming more active in their learning skills, and online educations are also very many beneficial, because one does not need to travel from one place to another to seek knowledge and education. Because in earlier times, without any rhyme and reason, students used to go from here to there, and used to wander here to there in the search of a good teacher. But nowadays this thing has become very easy for students, and for the society as well, and for the parents as well. Nowadays parents don't need to find a good teacher and a good mentor for their child, because online educations are present nowadays, and they can even available nowadays, and they can even buy online courses to their child, for their child, to make them more active in their learning skills. And online education are also very many beneficial, because online education is also many beneficial, because the way it teaches a child through animations.
The way a child is taught
is very fascinating, and through the animations children get a very remarkable command over their concepts, and the online education is not only beneficial just because one does not need to travel from one place to another, and they are seeking education in a fascinating way. In the phase of corona also, those times students were not able to go outside their houses, and that time
go
outside from their houses for sign die, and that's why government started online classes for the students, and the teachers of schools also started teaching online to their students, and through which one could get education in those turbulent days. And people became aware about the online education just in the phase of corona, because before that people were not that aware about the online classes, and since when
people were not that much aware about online education, right? Yes.
And since online education has come in trend, and nowadays many students are not listening the lectures taught by teachers in the class carefully, because somewhere in their mind they just think that they can also learn those topics, and they can also listen those lectures after they reach their homes, and they will look through their chapters once again when they go their home from the online platforms. And it is not also a good thing, because parents are paying fees to the school to teach their children, and children are just dependent on the online platforms and not
Children are just
dependent on the online platforms, and they are just they are just making the wrong use of their time. They are just making wrong use of their time by studying the same thing again and again, and they could save their time by listening carefully in the class. But it has become a trend and a flex for the students that I can get a better teacher than the teacher who is teaching me in the class. And it also develop a sense of comparison in the mind.
develops fifth form.
It also develops a sense of comparison in the mind of the children, that in my class I often see that the students of my class are comparing our subject teachers to those teachers of the with those teachers of the online platforms. Like they often say that they can learn better science from the Prashant sir rather than our class teacher. And it is not a good thing, and these are the and all these are just owing to the online platforms. But as parents know that their child is learning from the online platform, they should also teach their child that it is okay to learn from the online platforms and to seek education from an expert. But they should also try to avoid it as much as they can, because it also affects their eyesight, and often it becomes the reason of their distraction. So all these are just responsibilities of their parents, and they should be accountable for this. Then their child must study well in their schools rather than just seeking online classes after coming from the school. And many students are just doing such things, and they have become more dependent over the online classes because their parents are not paying attention over the child, and because they are thinking like it is okay if their child is studying from the online platform, because they are learning something knowledgeable. But they are not thinking the way they should, because online education is good, but not better than the offline classes, because in offline classes a child develops the sense of a good sense of learning skills and listening skills, because listening skills are also very important for one to attain pinnacle of success in their lives. Because one who can't listen carefully will not be able to attain the zenith of success in their life, because all successful people are good listeners as well. And all these drawbacks in the online classes is just because of the are just because of the way one is using and the mindset of the one while using and while studying from the online platforms. But actually there is no drawback in the online classes. The drawback is in the way of the person, as he or she is learning from the online platforms. And to avoid such drawbacks, and just to attain a good combat over yourself while studying and to get zenith of success in the field of education, and to attain a good profession in your life, you should avoid all the distractions, and rather you just need to focus on your learnings while studying from the online platforms, and should not blame the online education owing to your own drawbacks and owing to your owing to your own if I say that your own faults. You should not blame others for your faults. And offline education are far more better than the online education. Offline education is far more better than the online education, so you should not compare.
It's far better, not far more better. It is
far better than the online education. So you should focus on your regular classes more than the online lectures, and The second thing, you should not compare your subject teachers to those expert mentors or the tutors of the online lectures. Thank you.
Thank you.